I'm going to show you guys several ways to keep your hair. To keep your hair from losing your hair, going bald, or just keeping it strong and healthy. I'm going to show you several ways in this video. If you're going to be offended with what I'm about to say about thinning hair, people balding, then just skip on over to the next video because you don't want to watch this, okay? Because I might offend a lot of people who have thinning hair. I want to show you guys how to prevent thinning hair or balding. And you know, not for nothing, but everybody has seen somebody that looks super hot and they're wearing a hat like this or a ball cap or something, and they take it off and they're like, ooh, you look totally different because you have no hair, right? Now, everybody is different, and I understand that people don't know how to take care of their hair. People also don't realize that alopecia comes from the mother, not from the father. So if your dad was balding, it didn't come from your dad. It came from the mother. If your dad is balding, that means that's not the person you should be looking at. You should be looking at your mom and your mom's side because it's your mother that has that gene. Okay, anyways, getting to my point. I'm going to show you guys ways that I personally know and I personally use and I personally do to not become bald. We're going to go from the least to the most important. So I hope you guys stay tuned for this whole video. Remember, hey, you know what? If you're bald and you love it, and you have thinning hair and you love it, then I love you because you love yourself. And that's all that matters in this video, is that you love yourself. But if you want more hair, if you want to keep the hair that you have, if you want to prevent balding, I'm going to show you guys what to do. So let's go ahead and roll on over to that video right now. I know I'm going to get a lot of you hairdressers out there that disagree with this one, but this is just a way that I have personally kept my hair healthy. I actually blow dry my scalp with the cold air at first to kind of close everything and to keep it healthy and to keep that bulb of the hair in there, you know, just to kind of shock the scalp, close it. It helps lock your color in and everything. That's just what I do. Instead of using your brush and combing and combing and combing, instead of doing this, which is great, right? It gets your hair really nice. Try to go with something like this, right? With these, so what you see is this is still a little bit damp, right? It's not fully, put this in here and then let it fully dry like that. You can even blow it with some cold air. Go put your makeup on. This is putting less heat on your hair. This is putting less tension and pull on your hair than using a brush. Get yourself a good hair dryer. Now, I know this one is kind of pricey, but if you can afford it, I would do it. This is a blow dryer that helps with the frizz, right? It also has the airflow, the cooling setting, the cool, right? It has a button that controls it right here. It goes from hot to cold if you want it. Yes, you're like, well, my $5 blow dryer does that. But does it really? Honestly, you have to think of the hair strand like this. Here's a hair strand. When you're roughing up your hair strand, when you're combing it, when you're putting heat on it, those cuticles are opening up. They're opening. They're getting frizzy. That's what causes frizz a lot of times. They're just too open. With a cool setting, what's it doing? It's closing it. It's very similar to like the pores on your face. When you put cold water on it or cold air, your pores close. They get tighter. It's the same thing with your hair. They get tighter. So oh, and by the way, when you get a really good quality hair blow dryer, it cuts the drying in half. This is the fastest I've ever dried my hair. Just remember to always put the cool setting at the very end to try to close that cuticle so it will stay healthy. Now, let's flat iron. Now, when flat ironing, you ever notice that when you're running the flat iron through the hair and it's pooling, right? Yes, it's pulling because you don't have any shine, you don't have any slip. So this is what I use. I use Verb Ghost Oil. If you're more on a budget, use the Garnier Fructis Sleek and Shine Anti-Frizz Serum. Put this on before you flat iron. I'm going to go ahead and use this one because I've used most of my life. I just started recently, last year, using the Ghost herb oil, you do use less. So you put it on your hands, right? We're not going to plop it right here because it's going to be horrible looking and we're going to clog our scalp, right? So you're going to put it on the ends. Yes, and it looks like a lot, right? We're just going to grab. That's why we emulsify it. We push it through the hands, right? And we're going to work it up. Now what this is going to do is going to protect those ends. And when you start to flat iron your hair, you're going to notice that steam is going to start coming off and you're going to freak out and say, Christina, I curse you, Christina, right? But what you're doing is actually burning off that product and not burning your actual hair. So you can see, look, I'm going to show you guys how it's going to smoke off. Look, you're like, that looks horrible. It looks greasy. Yuck, yuck, right? No, just trust me. Like, you have to trust the process. Trust the process. Then when you have barely anything in your hair, which hands, like hardly anything, go ahead and just put it up here. Take down that frizz. Make sure to comb it through, please, so that it's all even. Look at that. Ooh, 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 ooh. Now, you girls out there that are watching me flat iron my hair, you can't tell me that a lot of you guys just don't take the flat iron and start going through like this and going through like that, right? Boom, boom, boom. No, please don't do that because you're repeating heat on a lot of sections that don't need to have more heat. You will. Just boom. We're going to do section by section. You're going to take that, twist it, get your clip. Oh, by the way, love these type of clips. Metal center, metal, does not break. Yes, we all know the plastic ones, they break. They're not reliable. Okay, right? We got the section. So a lot of people run over this section over and over and over. You just need to run over it one time. One time, watch. So what you do is you take it, you wiggle, wiggle, and then you slide, right? And you slide. And you get a little bit further down and then boom, right? You grab that hair and get right back on that section where you left off. And what it's doing is straightening it so it's not knotty and helping. Look at that. Look at that. How does that look? Oily or greasy? Look at that. Bam. Did you see the smoke? Let me do it again. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle at the base. Glide down a little bit. Grab it with the brush. Okay, let's see. Can you see the smoke? I'll put it over. Oh, there you go. Look at all of that smoke. Can you see it? It's a lot. My hair is burning. Not. Look at this. Ah, looks gorgeous. Just please keep in mind, you do have to section. You do have to section. Tell you your diet has a lot to do with your hair. Your hormones have a lot to do with your hair. Like if you had a child, you will kind of notice that you may be losing some of your hair if you have lost a tremendous amount of weight. Ozempic. Yeah, If you've lost a tremendous amount of weight rapidly, you are going to lose your hair. You're taking your body and you're putting it into shock. Okay, so don't cut off your hair, guys. Don't cut off your hair. Try these things that I'm telling you. And there are actual ways that you can, or like ointments besides what you guys know to be Rogaine. It's minoxidil. That isn't, the actual name is minoxidil. I think I'm saying it right. Anyways, that is like Rogaine. It actually does grow back hair. And I know this for a fact because I've had girlfriends in the past, lost a tremendous amount of weight, going through divorce, whatever, yada, yada, yada. They lost so much of their hair, and I was like, please put this on your hair. Please use this every day, and your hair will actually start growing back. Now, that's not always the case. Some people have like genetic alopecia in their genes in their family, or they've done this thing I'm about to mention too much, which is not genetics, but this is I believe, one of the number one things. But anyways, staying on point before we get to number one, remember, your diet has a lot to do with it, right? So if your gut health is good, your hair is going to be stronger. Remember, if you lose weight too rapidly, and so I was honestly, truly thinking of doing Ozempic. Okay, yeah, I know, whatever. Like, you can have your own opinion about it. I was thinking about doing it, but then I'm a little vain sometimes. Try not to be. I'm very humble, but I like to, well, anyways, I like to look good sometimes. I like to look good most of the time. Anyways, I didn't want to lose my hair, right? Because I'm like, shoot, most women get to a certain age and start losing their hair. So I'm just going to try my journey of losing weight naturally, slowly. Okay, so that's another reason. When you have a baby, your hormones change. You may lose that by taking fish oil and taking your vitamins. I know you guys are like, whatever. This is BS. I've heard this forever. Certain vitamins. I'm going to recommend this one. I've taken, you know, I can attest to this. I've taken this one for years. It actually gives you a little extra kick. It's, the vitamin is like the powder form, so it absorbs better. It's a high quality vitamin. It helps you with your hair. The fish oil, it helps you with your skin. It helps you with your hair. It helps like everything. Gut health, good hair, good skin, things like that. We have to kind of think of things like that, right? Okay, but we're getting down to the number one. This is the number one that I can think of, especially within the United States. You see what's on my head? Yeah, this is a hat. This is great, right? Because I'm blocking the sun. I'm keeping my skin looking good, right? What do you think it's doing to my head? Well, this one, nothing, right? Because you see that room right there? Not very much, right? But this one, right? Most people wear it. This is fine. You can wear it like this. You see the room? It has room. It's not constricting my head, right? So what happens when you wear a hat, right? People pull their hair in a ponytail typically, right? Really tight ponytail, right? This is called, it's called traction alopecia, right? So traction, just think about it. You're pulling, you're putting traction to your hair. You're pulling on your hair too long, or wearing a ponytail. You're pulling it and you're causing damage and you're pulling it out. Now, when it comes to this hat, hats are fine as long as you're not constricting the blood flow to your head, you know? And I say that because some men and women wear it so tight that it's pushed up against the head like this, and there you go. It leaves that indentation. It leaves the indentation here, and what you can't see, it leaves the indentation right there. What do you think that's doing? What's gonna happen, guys, if I take this rubber band, right, acting like the band of a hat, and it's too tight? You can see my finger will start going purple because I'm cutting off the circulation, but I can still move it. I can still do this. It doesn't really hurt too much until it's been on too long. The more you cut off the circulation, the more likely you're going to lose your hair. So if your husband wears ball caps and you see him thinning, you better make sure that band is loose. Like, make it loose, guys. Like, don't wear it too tight, okay? When you put your hair up in a ponytail to go to the gym, I do it all the time. I'm guilty as charged. Just try to get a clip like this, right? I love these clips. They have the metal in the middle. They're all metal. They are heat resistant. We know how the plastics ones go down during the summer, right? We all know. Who know. If you know, you know. You put it on, it breaks, it bends, the whole bit, right? Right? So do you think that I'm going to be losing my hair if I pick it up like this? Do you really think I am? No, because I'm not. You can see it's loose. It's not tight. So you're going to the gym. Hey, I put it up. Yeah, I could do better than that because obviously that fell down. You put it up, right? It's still loose. You clip it in the back like this. Look. I could work out. I could jump. I could do everything. It's in place. There's not the tension. And I kind of look cute doing it. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed these tips. Remember, if you do them, you do them. If you don't just love yourself because God created you. Yes, I'm talking to you. You looking at me. I'm talking to you. God created you to be an original masterpiece. Remember that. Love yourself. Own yourself. Be yourself. You are unique. You are authentic. You are beautiful. Love yourself, regardless if you do this, regardless if you have hair, if you don't have hair. Love yourself because I love you, and remember, God loves you. You bring light to this world. You bring happiness by just being here. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let's go ahead and just roll on over to the quote of the day. I'm Christina Marie. I'm out. Bye.